Skol, Vikings Nation. What's good? Fam? Grab your horns and buckle up because we've got a wild ride today. Rumors swirling around a future Hall of Famer possibly landing in Minnesota. Aaron Rodgers, the Wizard of Green Bay past, is still a free agent as we hit late March 2025, and the NFL world is buzzing. Could he really be the missing piece for our Vikings? Let's break this down together and figure out what's cooking in the purple kitchen. Here's the teaser that's got my blood pumping. Rodgers has been dangling out there for almost a month, and with the Giants snagging Russell Wilson, his options are shrinking fast. But hold up, the Minnesota Vikings are keeping that door cracked open, whispering sweet nothings about a potential deal. Are we about to see the ultimate revenge tour against the Packers? Or is this just another offseason dream we'll wake up from? Stick with me because we're diving deep into this saga. So, picture this. It's 2025. Our Vikings are coming off a 14-3 season, and we're hungry for more. Kevin O'Connell, the reigning coach of the year, is plotting his next move, and Rodgers might just be the X factor. What do you think, fam? Drop a comment. Would you welcome Aaron in purple, or are we better off rolling with our own crew? Let's unpack this step by step and see where the Vikings could take this wild story. The offer on the table is juicy. 1 year, $25 million to sling it in Minnesota. That's a hefty paycheck for a guy who's been slinging dimes since I was rocking a Randy Moss jersey as a kid. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. The Vikings want to wait until summer to see how J.J. McCarthy's knee holds up after surgery. Fair move to protect our future, but man, it's got me pacing. What if Rodgers says no to waiting? Imagine Rodgers stepping into U.S. Bank Stadium, staring down the Packers twice a year with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison as his weapons. That's a revenge script Hollywood couldn't dream up. Last season, Jefferson racked up 1,400 yards, and Addison wasn't far behind with 900. Rodgers could turn that into pure fireworks. But here's the hook. Will he buy into passing the torch to McCarthy after one last dance? Or is he too proud to play mentor? Vikings Nation, I need your take. Hit me in the comments. Is this the year we go all in with a vet like Rodgers? Or do we trust the kid? The suspense is killing me because our offensive line's been beefed up this offseason. And with Aaron Jones already in the backfield, we're a quarterback away from Super Bowl vibes. Let's keep this train rolling and see what's next. Now, let's talk about the pitch Minnesota's throwing Rodgers' way. It's dripping with purple pride. World-class facilities, a division we own, and a coach who turned Sam Darnold into a baller last year. O'Connell's got a 71% win rate since taking over. Stats don't lie, folks, he's the real deal. Pair that with a roster ready to win now, and it's a no-brainer, right? But here's where it gets dicey. Rodgers isn't dumb. He's 41, turning 42 mid-season, and he's been burned by quarterback drama before. Back in 2008, he sat through the Favre fiasco in Green Bay, and he's made it clear he won't put McCarthy in that spot. If the Vikings want him, they've got to commit now, not dangle him like a carrot while JJ heals up. So what's the play? I'm torn. Fam, are we begging a legend to join us, or sticking to our guns with the youth movement? The clock's ticking, and Rodgers could easily say, "Nah, I'm not waiting." Let's dig deeper into what he's thinking, because this could flip our whole season upside down. Rodgers isn't just sitting there twiddling his thumbs. He's weighing every option like a chess master. He loves the Vikings vibe, called out Aaron Jones as a bonus, and respects O'Connell's quarterback whisperer rep. A 14-3 record last year doesn't hurt either. He knows we're legit contenders. But that training camp delay is a gut punch he's not vibing with. Picture him in purple, torching Green Bay at Lambeau in Week 5, 40,000 fans screaming "Skol" as he drops a 50-yard bomb to Jefferson. That's the dream, right? Last time we faced the Packers, we won 31-29 in a nail-biter. With Rodgers, that could have been a blowout. Yet, he's firm. No waiting games, no quarterback controversies. He's either QB1 or he's out. What do you say, Vikings faithful? Should we roll the dice and lock him in now, or let JJ take the reins? Hit me up below. This is our team, our call. Let's flip the page and see what else is on Rodgers' radar, because he's got other suitors whispering in his ear. Enter the Pittsburgh Steelers, 1 year, $30 million, no questions asked, QB1 locked in. That's a fat stack of cash and a promise to let Rodgers run the show. Mike Tomlin's a legend, And with DK Metcalf and George Pickens out wide, it's a tempting gig. But hold up, does this feel like a Vikings killer move or a trap? Rodgers digs Tomlin, said so himself, and Pittsburgh's fanbase reminds him of Green Bay's glory days. They've made the playoffs 8 of the last 11 years, so they're no slouches. But here's the twist. The AFC's a gauntlet: Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and their division hasn't been won since 2020. Can Rodgers carry that load at 42? Or is it a recipe for chaos? I'm sweating this one. Fam, what's your gut telling you? The Steelers are all in, but Pickens' tantrums and a shaky O-line scream drama Rodgers wants to dodge. Drop your thoughts. Would you rather see him in Pittsburgh or rocking purple? Let's peel back another layer of this saga. Rodgers isn't sold on Pittsburgh, and I get it, the vibe's off. He's worried about young tackles like Broderick Jones and Troy Fautanu protecting him, and rightfully so. They gave up 38 sacks last year. Compare that to our Vikings line, which only allowed 29. We're built to keep him upright. Plus, Pickens' antics? That's a headache we don't need in Minnesota. He's also clocking the AFC's quarterback murderers row. Mahomes threw for 4,500 yards last season. Allen's a dual-threat beast, and don't sleep on Burrow. The NFC North? We've got Jared Goff and... who else? Rodgers knows he'd own this division. So why's he hesitating? Let's crack that open next. Vikings Nation, weigh in. Are we the better fit? Or is Pittsburgh's cash too loud? I'm leaning purple, but Rodgers is keeping us guessing. Let's pivot to his third option, because this man's got a wild card up his sleeve that could shake everything up. Retirement's lurking in the shadows. No contract, no camp, just chilling until a contender calls. Rodgers is mulling it over, saying it's not ideal but might be his best shot at a Super Bowl run. He keeps slinging takes on the Pat McAfee show, stay in shape and wait. Maybe for us, maybe for the Rams or 49ers if disaster strikes. Smart or crazy? You tell me. Think about it. Last game he played, he tossed 4 touchdowns, hit 500 for his career, and walked off a legend. Why risk that for a wild-card chase in Pittsburgh or a waiting game with us? But here's the kicker. If JJ stumbles or O'Connell dials him up mid-season, he could swoop in and lead us to glory. Suspense is thick. Fam, what's your call? Hit the comments. Should Rodgers hang it up or hold out for purple? I'm torn. He's got the legacy, but one more ring with the Vikings? That's the stuff of dreams. Let's push this story further and see where it lands. So, where's Rodgers leaning? He's vibing with Minnesota. Loves the roster, the coach, the indoor dome. But that delay's a deal-breaker. He's not here to babysit JJ. He wants the keys now or he's out. Pittsburgh's tempting, but the AFC grind and locker room noise are pushing him away. Retirement's the dark horse, and it's gaining steam. Picture this nightmare. We wait for JJ, Rodgers bails, and we're stuck scrambling while he's sipping coffee, waiting for San Francisco to call. Or the dream. He signs now, we go 15-2, and hoist the Lombardi. Last year's 14-3 run proves we're close. Rodgers could be the edge. What's the move, Vikings Nation? Push for him or let him walk? I need your voice, fam. Are we all in or moving on? Drop it below because this is our season on the line. Let's wrap this up and figure out what's next for our Vikings. Here's the state of play as of March 27, 2025. Rodgers is still a free agent, and the Vikings are in the mix but not committed. No breaking news has dropped since this rumor started, but I'll keep my ear to the ground on Vikings.com and X for updates. If something pops, you'll hear it here first. Imagine Rodgers in purple shredding the NFC North. He's picking retirement for now, waiting out the draft, camp, maybe the season, unless we or another contender make a move he can't refuse. It's a gut punch, but it keeps hope alive. What do you think? Should O'Connell call his bluff and sign him today, or roll with JJ and prove we don't need him? Vikings Nation, this is our story. Let's own it. Smash that like button if you're hyped, comment your take, and subscribe for every Vikings update. Share this with your crew because we're building something big here. Skol forever. Let's keep the faith and see where this wild ride takes us.